haven't done one of these in a while. We're doing a rank 1 Vulcan video today. Now, this is a Cap MMR player on his second account. He is still in Cap MMR range. He's like 3,300, 3,400 MMR range, so it's still the highest level lobby. His Vulcan's really good. And the way he plays, he's a mid laner. The way he plays mid is a little bit different in terms of he's super objective focused. He'll do the earliest objectives like Gold Furies I see in Smite currently. So we're gonna get in with him. We'll talk to him, see how things play out, and watch this game. This is your other account. You're not top Vulcan on this account, right?
No, I'm rank 2 on this account.
Oh.
Well, this account is the one that has rank 2.
Okay. So, Kumba's back flaps, is it? What MMR is this?
3250.
All right, this one's 3250. And why Vulcan? Why?
I don't know. I dropped Janus like in season 8, and then because of the patch that came out, and I picked up Vulcan because I felt like I wanted to pick the character that had the most damage possible to like hard carry essentially, and I just enjoyed him. I think he's really fun. I just played him ever since.
No, I remember we were talking about something a couple months ago, and it was basically he was pretty bad with the current meta with the items and everything, but he was kind of bad for a while, right? Like beginning of the year into the middle of the year.
I actually think he was good around that time because the patch that really killed him was the one that recently took all the power off the items. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Nice so like essentially the build that I used to do was the same like Book, Deso, all the flat pen with Mirrodin. And when you were full build, you could one tap, right? But now you need like so much more. You need full build with red buff plus a power pot. It's like you need so much, So now I kind of swapped it over to more like a utility based MS build.
Okay. See, I don't even know if I looked at I've played with you a couple times. I don't know if I've looked at the build you were running, so we'll have to break that down once you get going. I know, like you said, that's the big thing is he used to be really high risk, high reward if you really hit your shit and positioned right. And now you have to do like 10x that. You have to be able to spam for like 45 seconds to do anything really. So that makes sense that you would play around movement items. Any matchups that you like, you see a god, you want it, you see a god, you don't want to play it, that kind of shit?
For player or picks on my team, Naja is probably one of the best junglers you could have to combo with. If you shoot ult after he hits his first hit of his ult, it'll always land on the knock-up, like when they're not getting knocked up, so they can't Aegis. So that's like really good. Characters you don't want to fight against, Dodgy is like by far the worst matchup. Dodgy can commit to you and like dodge your ult, not get knocked up. You can't self-peel her, and she doesn't even have to kill you. If she pulls your beads, that's good enough for her. I ban Loki just because not a lot of people play Dodgy right now. She's not really popular. And Loki's another pick that, like, if he ults you, he can kind of kill you through relics, which...
So it's a big part of that is 2 knock-up immune gods. They can kind of spam you through your self-peel. Because like your three combo you have to rely on, and that they both eliminate it. So you pretty much want to avoid those if you can. That makes sense. Any warriors that are a problem now, or you just deal with them? You just they're just doing it no matter what.
No, it's not like a lot of warriors I'm afraid of. The big one was Vamana, but Vamana's not very good right now. The other one that I'm afraid of is like Wukong, but I mean, with this build you'll see it's very hard for people to actually stick to you. You need assassins are really your biggest threat.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'll ask you questions in between doing shit, anything that's weird, and I won't bug you too much.
Sounds good.
Isn't he number 2 on the leaderboard? Yeah, number 1.
I can talk about one thing that's gonna be hella weird if you want to before the game starts. Okay, so I maxed my turret first.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I did not know
that. That's why like the Gold Fury is possible so early. The reasons I do that, so I can explain why, because a lot of people are like, what? That's crazy. Vulcan's turret increases in health when you put points into it. It doesn't tell you that. It doesn't like say that here, but it does.
What? Do you know how much it is?
If I had to guess, I would say it starts at like maybe 300 health and scales up to like 600, if I had to guess. Because of that, you'll see when you max the turret, it makes camps for you. Like it'll full tank camps, so it allows you to PVE way better. In my opinion, the best mids right now, apart from maybe Scylla, are the ones that can farm mid camps alone. You know.
That's what I was gonna mention. I'm like, if you try to solo mid camps right now, you lose at least half your health. That's with a health bot ticking. You're losing half your health.
Yeah. So you'll see like the mechanics I do to kind of, well, I lose no health when I do camps. The second thing is that because that turret gains health when you like level it up, it becomes like a problem for your enemies, right? If you leave it to level up last, the enemy's damage over the course of the game scales up. So your turret's always getting one shot. But if you level it up early in the game, the enemies don't really have like the damage to deal with it, so it becomes a problem, and you'll see that.
Did you play Smite when that was the meta for Vulcan, when leveling the turret was like super broken? Okay, so at one point he was considered the best mid, and that's how you played it. You leveled the 1 or the 2. It was completely different, like the actual playstyle and why it worked, but it used to be broken and it was a funny time. So it's gonna be, I did not realize you leveled that, so that makes this even more interesting to me.
Yeah,
that's crazy. All right, I'm not gonna bug you. You can talk as you want. I'll ask you questions in between. All right, so in leveling the turret, I had no idea. I had legit no clue. That makes so much more sense because I told you guys.
The important thing with this knockup is that it's directional. Like it moves people in different directions, so the way you throw it is important.
I told you he does early objectives. Like I don't see anyone else do that shit. He does it on other gods too, like Nuwa.
That was weird. The wave spread out really.
But now I'm very, very, very interested to see this shit. He doesn't start the turret though. He gets it third, I guess. That's, even though it's what he maxes first, is what he gets third. Will they do a sneak peek at season 11 Worlds? Usually they do. They usually do like a patch notes at Worlds, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. You can't say for sure because it's high res. Nothing's announced, but that's like the standard.
Another important tech, if you throw your 3 on the minions and you don't want them at the same time, the lane minions, they'll go everywhere. I'll show you in the next wave. So it's important that you 1 at the same time your 3 hits on the archers. So watch, you'll see all the minions fly separately.
I'm gonna have to get him to go down to 1080p.
You gotta keep them all the same, like still.
Stream, remind me when he backs or something or is dead to get him to change to 1080p. Because I have a feeling when he gets in a team fight, he's gonna lose a lot of frames.
Killing Vulcan turret like that is pretty useless, not gonna lie. Okay, so you might have seen it there where I like one-shot them, but if I didn't one-shot them, they wouldn't move. Just because you're hitting them at the same time.
So if you won them, they don't go crazy, even if they don't die. But if you don't want them, they go everywhere. They just go wild.
Yes, exactly, exactly. If you don't do damage at the same time that your 3 lands.
Yeah, so he's not actually number 1, but he is the high. He's number 2, and he's the only player that the other guys like plat or gold or something. I'm not doing rank 1 videos on anyone who isn't masters anymore because I think I've done 4 or 5 on non-masters players, and they're all, no offense to them, they were all terrible.
You can just do this and one. And
I don't mean like, oh, like kind of bad. I mean, one of them went 0-15. One of them was like 0-8. It's a lot of people just playing at a low end, and that's not, you don't learn anything from those players. You just learn that they're bad. So basically, I know he's been rank 1 Vulcan before this year, but now we're getting around to it. He's rank 2 on this account. It's funny, like, what's the turret hitting for? That clears? Oh my gosh, and he's gonna ult it.
I think because he pushed the wave, it's not going to kill it.
His turret finished like half of the camp. Okay, yeah, the turret hits so hard. Look at that. What the heck?
So this is important. Using your knockup like that to push the camp backwards off your turret is like essential.
That is wild. I did not realize that the turret actually did damage, or the fact that it goes up in health. I had no idea. Also, those. Ooh, he's dead. Oh, never mind. Those of you who don't know, Vulcan's 1 is no longer crippled.
Turret did like 400 damage.
Yeah, it's wild to see it tank red and just not lose health because it has so much HP too. Like, this shit is wild. Anyway, yeah, his 1 is not crippled anymore, or not crippled. So you can just 1 out of anything, like a Poseidon, Cupid, all whatever. Your 1 can just go through everything. So Vulcan did get a buff a long time ago. This Thunderbolt guy just ints like crazy.
I was just playing his portal right there. Sucks I missed it 3.
This game too, anyone's like, oh, he's not Captain Marvel this out. That's a Variety's a pro player. The Thunderbolt guy was in my game a minute ago, and I wasn't top of MR, and I was 3,300. There's a bunch of high level players in this lobby. I didn't see if the other team, but I think there might be some pros in the other team.
This is something you want to do as well. Like, see how my turret's in mid right here? If I leave it in mid, it'll push the wave before I get there. So you want to replace your turret so you take it away. Probably not with this timing, but with some timings it can.
You're talking about if you leave it by the tower, it'll push it up, it'll mess it up basically and put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, if it kills like 1 minion and then like dies, sometimes you'll lose the whole wave.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pro players lose the SEC, fake pros. Hey, are they fake pros? Is that fake at that point? You tell me. I'm not the decider. All I know is the SEC teams last year came in as like they're gonna shit on the pro players at actual worlds, and they got wrecked. So all I hope is they spice it up and go crazy at actual worlds. What's up, promo? Oh, what?
This guy's gonna run from me all game.
I forgot to tell him to turn off 40. Yeah, look at him trying to kill it. Look at how long it's taking to kill the turret. Oh my gosh. All right, do you know the answer to this? What if you have a turret down already and then you level it up? Does it gain health or does it maintain the same health it had?
I actually don't know. I would assume. I feel like just from like my experience with playing them, that it levels it up while it's on the ground. Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, that's fucking wild. I like how the Janus was hitting the turret and it was like losing 10% health every auto. It wasn't even dying.
Yeah. It's kind of funny when people try to kill it and lose half their health.
Next time you back, do me a favor and turn the stream to 1080p.
1080, it's really laggy.
When abilities start going off, it gets like squared up, like pixelated.
Okay.
Even like what you just did right there, turn it pixelated, and then it goes away.
Okay.
It's interesting. This game specifically, because he doesn't have to deal with an assassin on him after saying assassins are his huge problem. So now he's just kind of free guessing. It should be. I'll know once like people are spamming abilities. It's not doing it right now. Imagine you think you're gonna kill a turret, yeah, and then you auto it 3 times and it's still almost full health.
That was happened on my screen too. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's my game for you right now.
Something to do with the auto attacks bugging it.
You can do the same thing on Ull with axes and with jumping.
That's so weird.
That guy is not letting him poke at all. Who is the Janus? He doesn't have player names, he has god names. And I didn't see on the tab screen. This could be big for him. I think he hit that. I actually think he might hit that. Oh, okay. Oh, they killed him all. Oh, it's Bob and Polly. I wonder if they're queuing together. We're watching the #1 Vulcan. He's the #2 Vulcan, but in reality, he's the #1 Vulcan. If you had to be Masters to hit Masters rank on a god like it should be, then he would be the #1 Vulcan. Okay, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
You guys are so lame, dude.
Yeah, that was free. You got it to half with no one else there. What is that?
It's okay. Egos will forever will smite.
Yeah, that's just wild though. Like the Fafnir's full health. Why not come over?
Yeah, all he has to do is sit there and be a punching bag.
What's up, Smokey? That sounds good.
Meanwhile, I lose my.
Oh, the Janus is the Zeus from last game? Yeah, of course he's not feeding this game.
Interesting.
Wait, is Panatom not jungle? Panatom's the ADC. So I play against Panatom jungle and my mid feeds. Then he plays against Panatom ADC and the mid. I guess the mid isn't feeding this time, so at least he has that. Oh, he's jungle? Chernobog? Oh, he is jungle Chernobog. I'm right. You're right. Yeah, but he plays Chernobog when he's not a Chernobog player. He's an Erlang Shen main. He picks Erlang Shen against me. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Oh my god. I should have ulted him.
Ooh.
It's right there. That's 3 for 1.
So double movement speed first items. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're right, he's in trouble. Oh, wait, he's out. You gave him a Vulcan loss the other day? Damn, you're just taking away his rank 1? Let's see if he'll hit this ult. It's gonna be hard for him to get an ult off consistently because of Afro and actives. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he hits him. He hits those. I'm trying to figure out why the Afro just sat there and ate that with him. He just went with him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, when you see the targeter, you just know it's gonna hit you.
Yeah, I mean, even I felt like when you got stunned, you knew you were about to get at least one of them with that ult. There's no way they were gonna live.
Yeah.
It was the rank 1 video, but it's actually you. Next year we'll get rank 1 on something. Yep, gem sales in the title, director. There is currently a gem sale going on. I don't know why they're doing another gem sale, but they are. Never seen someone hit Vulcan ult? That's bullshit, bro. Vulcan ult's not that hard to hit as long as you're not throwing it out at the beginning of every fight.
One of the mechanic thing to note is for the majority of the game, you saw me 3-1ing the archers, but once I know my 1 full clears the archers, I 3-1 the melees.
Why did that dude only get it for a little bit? Yeah, he's pretty clean. He's patient too. Oh, that guy's dead. Boop. That was good control. I don't think he missed anything, right? That's a lie. He missed his Aegis.
No, I was gonna throw it over there too. Sorry, he died still.
Ooh, Chrono. Sometimes be a rod. So he's playing for the
it's a
spam.
really big deal that I have Charon's fully stacked already. That's like really strong.
That was fast. That was really, really fast. You guys are up a lot. So you're going Chronos, and what's after Chronos?
It depends on the comp. So I usually go Mirror if I have someone good to combo with. Which this game is kind of iffy. I mean, I'll probably just go Divine, just because they have an Afro. And then into double tank, I like to go Reaver, but you really, really don't want to go Reaver on Vulcan. It's like a last ditch thing because it nerfs your ult damage really, really badly. So if you can avoid doing it, it's good, but I might have to go because it's Surtur. He's kind of really easy to exploit since he's so immobile.
Is that variety? Yeah. I don't know if I've seen variety in a rank game, like, at all. They might just play it in the morning or afternoon. Achilles level 17 at 14 minutes. Yeah, he's got like 6 kills, I think. He's huge. It's variety. They got pooped on today, right? Or am I trolling? Yeah, I watched through a lot of the games, but I forget who's on what team. Look at how fast he is. So yeah, you're zooming, bro. Holy shit. How much does your passive give?
15.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, that's a lot of movement speed.
Sucks. Well, I walked into that. That was a really, really, really bad fight.
They just got wrecked. I don't know if this is Achilles wasn't there or what.
I kind of greedy trying to turn on Sherman there, but Janice had a good portal.
Yeah, I've played League before. I don't like top-down MOBAs. I've played all the top-down MOBAs a significant amount just when they came out, when they were new. Is this guy GM? His main account's the #1 account in ranked. Like, he's the #1. It's not MMR. I don't even know what it's based on, but he's #1 on leaderboard. And this is his second account. It's like 3,300 MMR. Where did the Cherno just go? It's funny you said the Achilles was level 17 3 minutes ago, and he's just at 18. What's up, Sky? Tainted steel angle for who? It is ridiculous how fast he is when he hits an ability on a god. Like, he was zooming away from the Surtur. Oh,
that's not good.
Oh, he just hit somebody. That ult hit something. I don't know if it was a Morgan invis or what. He's slowed from the Afro and he's still pretty fast. Yeah, he needs that Divine online for these fights. Oh, he missed. Oh, they all missed.
Again, movement speed saving me.
Yeah, you're so fast. It's insane. Ooh, that was huge. Dude, he's zooming with this build.
It's like if I had to describe the gameplay, it's like cat and mouse.
It's just
like the ultimate.
Like, seeing you just straight out run them is kind of crazy. Like, you know, the movement speed items make you faster, but you usually don't get to see it on most guys because they have some kind of movement. And seeing Vulcan just stack more with his passive is wild.
Yeah, pretty good.
So he's explained he goes his build for purely just the movement, for being able to kite around and run around.
Went there. Oh.
That guy should be insta dead. Okay, Sir Cat's missing everything.
He's dead.
But he's dead. I got him finally. Holy shit.
Kind of awkward.
Could you get away with a build like this on Janice?
I might not know this, but your turret does more damage based on who you mark. That's kind of really important to hit the one as much as you see me miss it.
So many ankles
Level
broken.
20 at 20 minutes is not too bad.
He beat the Achilles. It's funny because someone mentioned that Achilles was level 17 at 14.5 minutes, and now you're 20 before he's 20.
Yeah. If you ever fall behind this god, you feel very useless. So you kind of want to rotate the things that you know are going to actually be like big fights or impactful, really important fights.
Big thing to note is all the team fights you went to, you worked your way in. You never like just barreled in. You never face checked anybody. You kind of just stayed at range as much as possible. Don't give Janice players more ideas.
Thing is, Smite, if you turn your camera, you can see health.
Oh my gosh. Did he? They killed her before it landed. Those creeps are tanky now. All right. Variety's 20 now. Only took him 7 more minutes for 3 levels. What up, Ben? I like playing Vulcan. Like, this is for just raw fun, not like good, so good makes it more fun, just like raw fun. I feel like Vulcan's up there. They're so low. Yo, he's getting W keys.
My turret down, so I didn't go off.
They're running them down, boys. Is Paulie Paul Smurf? No, Paulie is Paulie from stream.
Oh, she didn't die. That's alright, we have Gemma focus now.
Bloody, thank you for the 15 months. And remember, he also has bow. That was a good Aegis. Turn around, guys. Bro, turn around. No way. They just left the Heimdall. And he won it anyway. Okay, the fact that they just left him to solo that guy, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah. Pretty funny. Alright, you see how this guy has like really low magical procs but really high health, like the max of Soul Reaver? So that means I'm gonna go Soul Reaver because this guy insta died to me. Which is good.
So if they had just a full defense build, like a lot of people are going, what would you go instead, or would you still go it?
I'll probably go Mirrodin instead.
Okay.
But because he's so vulnerable to Soul Reaver right now, I'm gonna go Soul Reaver.
Did I watch the matches today? I went through and I'd say skimmed. I mean, I watched parts of them, but I skimmed through all the games today. I wanted to see what was being played, built. I saw a tweet about SEC teams shitting on SPL teams, so I had to see what happened. I mean, it's pretty clear there are some people that are not good enough to be pro anymore, in my opinion, that are playing still. But it's not because like they weaseled their way in. It's because of the like EU players not wanting to move to NA.
Oh, Surprised he passed this way.
I don't know. I watched some of the junglers playing today, and there's honestly really big jungle gaps. So there's some ADC gaps. There's just some overall team like picks out and shit gaps, obviously, like, you know, as expected.
Pretty sure I do no damage to the guy with an effort link.
Elion's team didn't play today.
How much process he have?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch tomorrow.
He dropped him.
This is number 1 Vulcan.
Hmm. They don't know we have a ward on it, which is really good.
I think the EU teams, well, the players are good.
Let me steal.
I think
Oh,
individually there's a lot of, you know, players that are equally as good. I think the EU teams just have better like team play and are more like team oriented. I could be wrong, like culturally, like just it feels like the non-NA players just synergize better and everything. I don't know them obviously personally, so I don't know how their relationships and shit are in and out of game. But that's what it feels like. It feels like they're all confident in each other and they all just play well together. Where NA feels like it's a bunch of people forcing themselves to play with each other and mixing that in with some players that aren't good enough, they get wrecked.
Need the afro ult to be done before I ult.
Arcus, that's good to know. He did mention it, but I didn't know it was 15%.
It sucks.
The Aegis didn't even do anything. Variety's kind of going crazy. Oh, shoot. I thought I got the other guy first. That would have been crazy to get both. That Janice is playing really well. I'm pissed because 5 seconds ago he played Zeus mid on my team and just got farmed. What was the Merc strat they ran today? I saw someone, I think it was that man, tweeted, he's like, I never heard of the April guy until today. I didn't see him play. I saw his name in the game. He's with Zyros in them, right?
Vulcan in your team, never stand next to the turret. It'll spawn the lava pools on it and it'll kill it.
The thing is, that team he's on, like I said, I didn't see him play, so he might be the best player in the world. That team has 3 SPL players on it already. Like 3 players that should be in the SPL and aren't just because they don't want to come to NA. So like if he's good and they've, you know, got him in a position to be that like SPL level, then that team is probably cracked.
It's kind of awkward. Okay.
This Janice is going wild. I mean, the location isn't ruining tournament play. It makes the SPL not have some of the EU players that are good enough. The tournament's still the same stuff. It is crazy how good the EU SCC players are. Some of them, like you got Johnny, you got the, you know, your Deathwalkers and stuff, who are obviously pro level. But it's crazy how good they are, and then you've got some of the SCC players that aren't. But you have to remember,
Like a Chernobog ulti.
if you take how many, does anyone know how many NA players are in the actual SPL and how many non-NA are in the SPL?
He could have done more.
Because I feel like it's likely that there's an equal amount of NA players and EU players that are SPL, you know, level, but more of the EU players don't want to move because NA is just an easier move.
What I'm gonna do now is just ult to force the Afro ult. I don't think anything can really force it out besides Circuit, CC. And I think if she uses it for that, it's too valuable. But I'll be the one to grab it. He's gonna have to ult. Oh, he's dead.
Deathwalker barely plays, so I assume they scrim. They probably scrim for like 4+ hours a day, 5 days a week. It's always surprising when the competitive players don't play the game regularly.
Oh, that didn't hit me? That's like hella weird.
The turret didn't hit. So they scrimmed 3 times? I wonder if that's true. A lot of people exaggerate with stuff like that. So I do wonder what the actual amounts are.
My team is really trying their hardest to take the worst fights. I can outrun this guy.
He's just kiting him. That's crazy. This Janice is doing a lot. Like a lot. Team keeps chasing too and dying when they chase. Oh my gosh, that couldn't have been any closer. I think he's dead. Beads? Yes, gotta leave beads. Oh, the portal!
Should have ulted them.
The portal just saved them. What's up, Nate? Thank you for the 25.
I didn't think you would give up on the chase like that.
Nate, thank you. Welcome back. I kind of want to go in and see what the guy, because I don't know who he is.
That's what you want to do. Knock him up 2 and then 1.
I want to see what that Mercury did today in the games. For Vulcan, their setup's kind of weird. Because the Achilles is super deep, so you can't follow up off the Achilles, and I don't know what his Fafnir is doing. Like I feel like I haven't seen his Fafnir do anything other than ult and dive and like leave.
No.
The tweet today was from one of the old SCC coaches, I think, or SPL coach, SCC coaches. He was saying how today's games prove that your like Twig and Zatman shouldn't be in the SPL anymore. They aren't good enough. I don't know if Zatman played today or if he's already in or whatever, so I don't know where that came from, but I know Twig's team got shit on. I know Snoopy looked terrible today from what I watched. I hope they do go back to split divisions, online, all that stuff.
I want them back for a century, but I should have chunked that guy.
Zap team was the only one to win? Yeah, but they played an NA team, right? They played an NA SCC? NA's SCC teams are like, they're good individual players, but they're not great. Their drafts are usually pretty weak. Is a pro play done after this season? I extremely doubt that. I think we'll probably see changes just because every esport's going through like changes. But for them to just end it would be really surprising.
Damn it.
Oh, his Circuit got a quadra.
Circuit went off right there.
I think we learned that franchising for everybody, at least NA based, like even leagues NA based and stuff's kind of bad, not the best options. I mean, obviously leagues got to follow suit, so they do it everywhere. But a lot of these games, like COD and stuff, all their franchising are kind of weak. Smite's franchising was a waste of time. They fucked up with it. They don't offer enough money for them to think franchising would work.
I should go sell the Titan. I was gonna insta kill Dennis for the YouTube content, but
Yeah, I was waiting for you to try it. That would have been funny. He would. I wonder if he was Blink when I got off. That would have been crazy.
yeah. I mean, that showcases like how you want to play him. I wouldn't say I popped off, but I mean, showcases how strong he can be. So.
Yeah, seeing the turret play, why it's good, and then seeing the movement speed is criminal.
Yeah, you see how hard he is to kill with all the movement speed items. It makes him like way easier to play.
When the Surtur went on you and you 3'd, I think, or you ulted or something, and you just took off, I was like, okay, so like that's why that works.
Yeah, that's why I mean you said like, you know, what warriors are really afraid of. It's like people what warrior can keep up with that, you know? Like basically none of them. So
that's ridiculous. All right, well, GG, got anything you want to shout out? Any YouTube, Twitter?
So my Twitch, it's just Drayden Smite on Twitch.
Drayden, so Draiden Smites on Twitch, guys, because he's playing under a different name. If you leave the leaderboards, his name, that's the name that's at the top. Thank you for doing the video. Appreciate it. Have a good day, dude.